What's going on? It's Justeeni here. I've been playing a lot of Polytopia as of recent. And you know what that means. That means I've been playing a lot of Sloptopia as well. And I need to put the games in a video, otherwise what's the point in playing? Well, there's a lot of reasons to play beyond making videos. Anyway, but you guys seem to enjoy this for some reason. I've got some games where I beat some anti-players, even in situations where I probably shouldn't. Alright, so I go for a nice riding opening because I see very scary stuff by the opponent. Get my Explorer, only 3 meaning stars though. I guess it makes sense, they haven't gotten their second city yet. I missed my lighthouse, which is very sad because I wanted that lighthouse for the farm. This spawn is just terrible, but we have to make do anyway. I go for this village, and I'm hoping for the best. Because if I can take this village, I can actually surround them and trap them on 2 cities, because I did steal their suburb. But then they just hexapod, and now they're going to be the one getting these cities. Except they don't take it, because they most likely don't have vision, I assume. And they have their shaman on their capital for some reason, and this is actually something I can really take advantage of. Step on the village, pressuring this, and their shaman at the same time. Can they deal with everything? Make 2 riders? They can, but they cannot keep me off the village and save their hexapod. I take out their hexapod. Boom. Now I get the villages. Their shaman is alive, but I am sitting very pretty, keeping this village thanks to the zone of control. They cannot access this tile, and terrain blockers for these tiles. They make a hexapod to try to be very annoying, but I just decide, nah, I don't care about this village. It sucks anyway. Siege them. And I managed to finagle them in the early game. Couldn't really do this with the old time, but you can finagle them in the early game, these days at least. And yeah, they only have 2 cities, and I have the rest of the map. They also have only a level 2 fungi. Not really going to be able to get centipedes to somehow break through. So they just resign here, and I get my daily W against Saimanti, which made me happy, I guess. Anyway, I'll go ahead and cut to the next game. Alright, this was a game that I was doing while making my Kiku Continents video, and I don't include all the games that I play, and there's a reason why. This kind of the point of the Sloptopia is to show you why I don't include all the games I show. First off, this spawn sucks. What even is this? And then second off, my opponent is Saimanti, which it's a pretty unconventional pick on continents. It's actually quite good on continents, but it is unconventional nonetheless. And then they're rushing Faichi, which is like not just like rushing Faichi, turn 6 Faichi. What is even happening? Anyway, I want to get some vision on them, and of course I don't get vision. Why would my explorer get vision on the opponent? So we can't have nice things, but this game gets more slop and more Topia. Not really going to be able to get Eye of God because that Explorer, which was supposed to get that Lighthouse maybe, it didn't, and I still am lacking in vision. I can't see really important space. They Algae, they Siege, but then they decide, nah, I'm just not going to take the city. I don't know why, but yeah. And then they walk their Shaman up here. I train a Warrior because I'm thinking there's no way they're going to like walk their Shaman into the city, because I could make Scouts or something like that. I'm not going to play around them doing that. I make a wall here because now they can't siege anymore. If I didn't make the wall, they could. And I actually do just walk the shaman here. Also, yeah, they don't have recycling. They're very underdeveloped. I get a resource ruin, so I actually can get sailing even though I wasn't planning to, but I can punish their silliness. They've got a gazillion Faichi there, though, but not really supported enough to actually be threatening. It's really just annoying, and that's kind of it. We've got a hexapod there, so my port doesn't work there, sadly. They've got a hexapod, but they're not going to be able to break through in any way. And despite my spawn being, again, absolutely terrible, like, where are my suburbs? This is a suburb, technically, in terms of distance, but there's a whole, like, you know, river in the way, so it's not really a suburb. Now I just go for roads because, well, this is a winning idea here. Just sieging this, they have done siege, which they can, but then the next turn is going to get a bit dicey. They don't even train a unit here. and then they resign, and I'm just causing so many issues. I'm taking the ruin, and I finally find this village. It's because that was there the whole time. I don't even know what to think of this game. There is so much nonsense, but now you guys get to witness it as well. Anyway, I'll go ahead and cut to the next one. Alright, so I had a lot of games actually with the water world to try and get a good one where there's village access, and this one was kind of funny because, you know, as strong as Aquarian is, they don't actually win every game because sometimes you can get atrocious spawns like this. I meet the opponent early, which is terrible as Aquarian, and more than that, I'm not keeping the city, and they kill my warrior, which I did misplace it. I should have moved it here so I could take it back, but silly me. They just take the trade. They've got riding because, you know, they're a turn 0 tribe that can do that. I have to get climbing, and this is not good. They're taking another city here. I just kind of get my suburb stolen, and they have roads. This is not good. But you know, I am Aquarian, so I still can get marine life. I just hope for the best. They did have to commit a lot, you know, riding and roads just to get the cities in the first place. I mean, not a lot of room to do anything else, so maybe, just maybe, with this really strong city, I can get something going. Maybe. There's a lot of rough terrain as well, which is very uncharacteristic for Aquarium, but I'm not going to complain here. They're pressuring like crazy. I'm hoping for the best. I'm actually able to get some nice, decent levels, but then I misplay here, making a warrior. I wasn't paying attention to the bet, and so I just lose. I mean, not like I was winning anyway. Yeah, they were getting on the water. Their cities are also high level. I was kind of cooked. But, yeah, something. I kind of wish I had more villages. Like, you know, turns out not getting villages sucks on Waterworld, as I mentioned on many times already. Anyway, I'll go ahead and cut to another game. You know, here's some more Waterworld slop. Enjoy. So I actually get a village here. Why am I not showing a Waterworld game where I get good villages, though? Because the opponent was Chinchi, and they rushed Philo, which isn't actually a bad idea for Chinchi on Waterworld, but it's unfortunately not good enough to beat Aquarion, because Aquarion can do this. The opponent also got a suburb, by the way. They just had 2 cities. But unfortunately, I had more than 2 cities because ruins. Fair and balanced. They have a very pretty looking altar piece, but they are completely cooked. They spam a lot of mind benders, which is really funny. Maybe trying to convert one of my jellies, but no, I have riders. So nothing's really gonna happen there, because nothing ever happens. Yeah, oh my goodness. Starfish are a whole nother conversation on Waterworld. Not a balanced mechanic at all. Like, kind of disgusting. Like, expansion's already so good on Waterworld, and Starfish just makes it even better, and just creates some really funky scenarios that you never see otherwise, with just having, like, weirdly large amounts of stars on a map that's supposed to deprive you of stars. But yeah, the opponent's trying their desperate mindbender defense. That they have so many mindbenders, but yeah, it doesn't quite work. Anyway, I'll show one more game. Alright, I was half considering overanalyzing this game, but I think it would have been too obvious that it was a joke, because I'm gonna underanalyze this one. I don't think much will need to be said. Gameplay should speak for itself. Truly beautiful. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed. Like and sub, and have a good one.